Hey, what's going on, all you fellow Bill Cosby enthusiasts? Welcome back to another shit video of mine. I'm actually doing a bit of a different video, because I am currently, making a different video, that I usually do, where, it's just me and my friends screwing around on Call of Duty, raging, saying a few inappropriate, terrible, poor taste jokes. But this is actually going to be a bit of a different video. I actually did used to do these for zombies, and I still, want to make zombies content, but, as of right now, zombies is very, very dry, unfortunately, but I still do love playing zombies, and, probably will. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. The video is about 5 things I do not like about Modern Warfare 2. So, before I get into any of this, yes, this is going to be a negative video, obviously, because I'm talking about things I don't like, but honestly, I think everyone's been a bit negative about this game. And you know what? Why not jump on the bandwagon, right? Of course, I'll probably make a different video on what I do like about the game, praising it, but I decided to do a negative thing because if I'm more negative, I can make fun of this game more, and that's more entertaining and funny, so hey, that sounds good to me, right? So anyways, let's get into 5 things I do not like about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022 in the 21st century. That's a lot of 2's, but I don't care anymore. Why is saying the name for this game just so exhausting? Is that just me? Like, having to say 2022 is even more like, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is already long enough, right? Like, why do you have to say 2022? I don't get it. Anyways, okay, enough ranting, let's get into the first thing I don't like. So the first thing I do not like about the game is the progression system. Now, the progression system is very bad, very awful, probably one of the worst progression systems we've actually ever seen, if not the worst. The camo system is actually really good, it's very solid, it's a nice pace of change, and it's kind of less grindy, but at the same time, you do have to, you do have to come back to each and every single weapon if you want Orion later on. It's been taking me a while to actually unlock the camos, but that's mainly because I do not have the motivation to do it. I'm not as big, I guess, into, well, grinding my ass off as I used to be, but the progression system is awful, man. I feel like the amount of layers it has to it is ridiculous. It feels like one of those, it feels like one of those movies that just has a terrible amount of plot twists. Like, you get one plot twist, then you get the second plot twist. That's what this progression system feels like. It feels like you go to unlock one camo, right? And then you find out you have to level up a gun to unlock the challenge for that camo. So, you go to that gun only to find out that you need to use a different gun to unlock said weapon. So, you go to that gun, and turns out you need to unlock a different weapon. And, turns out that weapon that you need to unlock, you're gonna use a different weapon, and then that other weapon, maybe you want a better attachment on it so it can be less painful to grind for the camos in the first place. Well, say you want to unlock a red dot, you have to use a shotgun. You have to use a shotgun to unlock a red dot for an assault rifle. I don't know who made this progression system. I understand that they want players to, stop using, overpowered and meta weapons, but newsflash, this is Call of Duty, and that's never gonna happen. How about this? Why don't you make weapons like the AUG, unlockable, rather than just having them available to the players right off the bat? Like the Fennec 45, the Vector in this game. Fun fact, that's actually available to players when you first play the game. You don't have to do a challenge, you don't have to level up. You just get it from the start. You just get it from the get-go, and the Fennec 45 is genuinely one of the most overpowered SMGs I think I've ever used in an FPS shooter. To be honest, it's ridiculous. The first game I used with it, I got like 78 kills. That should not be happening, especially with skill-based matchmaking, which brings us into our second thing that I hate about this game very much, and I think everyone hates this: skill-based matchmaking. Now, I don't mind getting my ass handed to me once in a while. It's kind of a nice reality check that you're playing against real players. You're not gonna always have the, things you want, but I prefer classic Call of Duty's matchmaking, where you'll have the game where you go off and touch everyone. You might do it a few times here and there, and then you'll have that 1 or 2 games where you just get absolutely touched, right? And you have to deal with it. Big deal. At least every game wasn't an absolute sweatfest where everyone just went barely positive. Like, I'd rather get my ass handed to me one game and then have my next game be an amazing experience, rather than just having each and every single one of my games be barely going above a 1 KD. That's not very fun to me. SBMM is something that has been in Call of Duty ever since like, what, 2019 or something? Actually, it's always been in Call of Duty. It just wasn't as powerful as it has been with the past few Call of Duty games we've been getting. It's basically been the newer generation Call of Duty games that have had skill-based matchmaking as an annoying problem. I don't know why it continues to be a problem. If Activision just did anything about it, I guarantee you their sales would go up by like at least a quarter. And we all know Activision loves money, so I don't understand why they don't do it. I think it's because when you do good that one game, when you do have that one game where you go off, which does happen in the newer Call of Duty games, obviously, it will always happen. When you do have that one game, it reminds you of that good old Call of Duty taste, right? The reason why you play the game, to kick ass and eat gum and however the damn saying goes, right? That's like that classic Call of Duty feeling. The reason why all of us play the multiplayer, right? To have that one game where we kick ass and we get just a smidget taste of that in these newer Call of Duty games. And then you go back to having a 1 KD. See, that's how they pull you in. They give you that one game, and then you're like, okay, I'll play one more. And the cycle just repeats itself until you fall asleep, which I'm actually about to do. I'm trying to make this video right now, but oh my god, I'm about to fall asleep. Maybe it's because I'm talking about this game. Maybe it's just that boring. Alright, moving on. So now, one of my biggest problems with this game is visibility. Hell, I think I might have more of a problem with this than the skill-based matchmaking. Maybe, that's debatable, but the visibility in this game is awful. You can't see people. Like, I'm Asian, right? I'm half Asian, so I already have a tough time seeing people. I can't imagine how full-on Asians feel when playing this game. I mean, it's already hard enough to see, right? But it's hard to see when there's a muzzle flash constantly in front of my gun when I shoot one bullet and there's smoke everywhere. The players blend in with the damn environment like this is Rainbow Six Siege. This is not what we play Call of Duty for. I would rather have Black Ops 4 where I can fucking have a unicorn hat on my goddamn soldier, because at least I can see people, right? This game, every time I go to shoot someone, I'm looking at that red, thingy above their head rather than actually looking at the enemy. That's how you know you're doing something wrong with your visibility. I'm not looking at the soldier, I'm looking at the red dot above their name in order to know what I'm shooting at. That's not good. I shouldn't have to do that. I mean, the art style of this game is good. I do like it, but the visibility in terms of gameplay is poor. It's awful. I hate it, and I don't want to talk about it anymore because it's actually hurting my head right now. Alright, now one of the biggest issues with this game are the bugs. This happens with every AAA title that launches, actually, which is kind of sad because these are AAA titles. Now, we will always have bugs in video games. That is undeniable. It's gonna happen. Always. There's always gonna be bugs, and you know, bugs are fun. Actually, sometimes they make the game better because it's just silly. But when your game crashes within the span of 3 matches twice, you can't open the social tab, you can't matchmake, you can't go into your gunsmith to customize your gun. What else? What else am I missing? You can be invincible with a riot shield. There's so many bugs in this game. Of course, a fair bit of them have been patched, but no AAA title should launch with a god mode glitch that lets you gain invincibility because the enemy team was skilled enough to get a VTOL. Now, for context here, the god mode glitch I'm referring to, if you actually do have a riot shield, and if the enemy team called in a VTOL, a Harrier, as it used to be called, if that VTOL actually shot at you and you had your riot shield out, you would basically take enough damage, and to the point where I guess the game registers you as, you know, dead. Your health is 0. At least I think that's how it works, and basically you're invincible, but you haven't actually died. So your model is still there, your player is still there, other people can see you moving around, but the thing is, you can shoot people and kill them, but they shoot you and nothing happens. Yeah, no AAA title should ever launch with this glitch. That is unacceptable, but you know what, it happened, and you know, I'm not surprised at this point. This is Call of Duty. These games are never polished. I mean, this is giving me Battlefield 2042 flashbacks. It's ridiculous. Moving on. Now, my final problem with this game, or at least my 5 core problems with this game, are the game modes. There are like no game modes in this game, and that happens with every single Call of Duty launch, and I'm starting to really get sick of it. What happened to party game modes? What happened to Infection? What happened to Gun Game? Dude, Gun Game isn't even in this game. Gun Game, come on, seriously? Why? I think you have, what, 10 or 9 game modes in this game, and they're just all the core same ones you've seen over and over and over again? Like, can we get something new? Now, to be fair, there is Ground War and Invasion, but Ground War, it's just a poor man's Battlefield. It's not very fun. People only play it to use snipers, and then Invasion is just, well, Ground War, but with AI, so there's that. Who cares? There's vehicles too, but this is Call of Duty. No one plays Call of Duty to control vehicles. Like, what? Just go play Battlefield at that point. What? Yeah, the game modes, they're very lackluster. Of course, they're gonna come out with more as time progresses, but I do not like this live service, you know, model that these AAA titles, especially Call of Duty, that these games have been adopting recently. Actually, not recently. It's been like a couple of years. It's like the new trend. You know how we used to have like season passes and DLCs? I'm honestly starting to miss that era because I hate battle passes, and I'm starting to hate these live service models. Like, here's the thing with live service models, you got guaranteed. I mean, you're getting content, but it's not good because you don't have to pay for it. The developers don't have to put effort in it because they know it's free. You know, they know that the player base isn't getting scammed, right? Season passes with DLC, they at least had to put some modicum of effort into it because they were charging you for more content, right? You at least were getting something out of it. Of course, this wasn't always a guarantee, but I honestly prefer season passes. Sure, they split the player base, but you know what? At least we were getting good content because I guarantee you, as time progresses with Modern Warfare 2, we're gonna get terrible content. There's not gonna be you know, anything really that good or noteworthy. I mean, we'll get remasters, but that's like the only good thing, right? But yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of what live service games have been doing to us. Of course, I think it will get better. You know, we're gonna enter a new era of gaming where there's gonna be a new trend that these companies follow. But yeah, we are kind of just in a rut, a ditch, if you will, of battle passes and live service. But you know what? Hopefully that'll change for the better. Probably won't change for the better. But yeah, you know, whatever makes these companies the most money, right? And the least amount of effort and time. Anyways, that was 5 things I dislike about this newest Call of Duty entry. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022 in the 21st century. Oh my god, there's a lot of 2's. I can't. I'm so tired. Every time I have to say a 2, it just drains all the energy out of me. I'm about to fall asleep actually, so yeah, this is the end of the video here, folks. If you did enjoy, my fellow Bill Cosby enthusiasts, I just don't do anything really. I don't care. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you watching the video is already, you know, nice enough. Yeah. Hope you have a at least moderate anyways, hopefully you have a you know, a semi-nice day. You know, don't stay away from Call of Duty, please. It's not gonna, Call of Duty really kills your mental health. Anyways, stay frosty, as the shitty operators would say. And yeah, I'm gonna head out now. Probably go to sleep. It is currently 2 in the morning here. So yeah, see ya, I guess. Bye-bye.